National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
2nd and 4. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach will think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught out right by Renfro. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. James has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down about the 23-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Curry knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now he'll try to run with this. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And that is incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
London about set to take over on offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's James returning. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll just get rid of it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken at the 37. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As it's time now to send you back states. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 16. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. London about set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Toward toward the sideline. It's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting three.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
So out come the Falcons now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his sixth catch and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit.
This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
London about set to take over on offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Taken down at the 42. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Welcome back now here in London. The Falcons on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this to the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here.
McPherson's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he wisely will throw that one away. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Swings this out for Hunt.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. James has got it, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A carry here for Hunt. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 2nd and 9 now. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
London about set to take over on offense as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 1.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.